Welcome back to another edition of Fly Tying with Jim Misiura. Today we're going to tie a Latex Caddis Larva. The hook I have in the vise is a number 16 Scud hook. The body material I'm going to make with the, they're called Gimme. These are hair bands, girls' hair bands. You could get these at most dollar stores. They're $1. You get 500 pieces. There's many different colors, and there's actually many different widths. You can see down the bottom here, that smaller one, they're skinnier. The width is smaller as the smaller they are. So they could be used on different size hooks. I'm going to start out, we're not going to put any weight on this because pupas, we want to fish them close to the surface. I'm going to use Chartreuse thread because I'm going to make this a olive caddis. We're going to put a base of thread down, and the reason we're using Chartreuse thread as opposed to black or olive thread or any dark color, because when you stretch the elastic, the thread will show through, and the Chartreuse will give you that nice brighter green color. I'm going to bring that back up to the front. I'm going to cut a little point on that elastic. I'm going to catch it by that little point, and then I'm going to stretch it as I wrap it in. And I'm going to bring that right back to the back, going around the bend just slightly. And then we're going to bring that forward again. And we're going to bring that up about 2/3 the way on the hook. I'm going to take that and we're going to wrap that. I'm stretching as I'm going. You can make that very tight. You want this pretty tight for this size hook, or you can actually release pressure to make it grow as it's going up. But for this caddis pupa, we don't need to make it grow because we're going to put the wings, and the wings are going to hide some of the body. I'm only going to wrap that up about 2/3 of the way, and then I'm going to tie that off. Now with the elastic stretched, I'm going to trim that off, and you won't have any tag end. Now I'm going to take a wood duck flank feather, and I'm going to take maybe about a half a dozen barbels of this, four to six, something like that. We're going to tie them in, and we want them to go past the body just a little ways, maybe 1.5 the body length. We're going to tie that in, and these are the antennae streaming back on the caddis as it's coming to the surface. We're going to remove that excess. And now for one of my favorite fly tying items, this actually cost me like less than $2 at the craft store. This is basically what Swiss straw is. Enlarge that a bit. This was a kid's grass skirt. You can see the flower decorations and stuff on the back. We're going to take one of these, and you can strip them down. They come apart very easily. And we're going to take a piece of that, maybe an inch or 2 inches long. So that would be your Swiss straw, or if you're lucky enough to find a grass hula skirt, that'll work good too. And here's the pieces, and you can see through them. I got that doubled there, and I'm going to tie that in. We want to be able to see a wing, but we also want to be able to see through it. We can take this and we can fold it over to the other side and tie that in. And since I have a hold of it, I'm going to go ahead and trim it. You want that wing to be just about anywhere from the length of the body to just a little bit longer than the body. You can see they're just a little bit longer than the body. Now I'm going to tie this off and I'm going to switch to a darker thread. I'm going to tie that off and remove that. I'm going to go with a darker olive thread because the caddis have darker heads. I'm going to attach that, bring that up. I'm going to remove that excess thread. I'm going to put a little bit of dubbing on there, and I'm going to use a little bit of dark brown crystal dub. And this is a rabbit blend. It's going to wrap that at the head. And we'll take our whip finish. Finish that off. Go ahead and trim that excess. Put a little bit of head cement on there. You don't want to get head cement on the latex because it will eat right through it. Put a little bit on there, and I need to clean out the eye of the hook. I take a feather and run that through the eye. And here we have a latex pupa. Hope that you learned something from this video. Hope that you would subscribe to my channel. Please refer me to your friends. Leave comments, questions, suggestions, and most of all, thank you very much for watching my videos.